What is going on YouTube? It's Sebastian here today. Side note, my eyes are very dry right now. I really don't know why, but today what we're going to basically discuss is with iPhone reselling, where should you sell your phone? So for me, I've sold on eBay, I've sold on Mercari, I've sold locally, I've sold to private buyers just for PayPal money. Like, they send me money directly and then I ship them off the phone privately. And I've done a number of things, and I want to discuss kind of what my experience is with selling things, the pros and cons of selling them locally, selling them on eBay, selling them on Mercari, and selling them on places like selling privately to people where they just send you money through PayPal. So we're going to go through the pros and cons of all the places, and then or all the ways to sell your phones and your tech that you buy to resell, and then basically what I think is the smartest bang for your buck kind of to sell your phones to get the highest value and to be most efficient. So let's get into it right now. We're gonna start with eBay because everyone loves eBay. Sorry, people are Snapchatting me. Everyone loves eBay. Everyone has a high kind of standard for eBay. Everyone thinks that that's the only place to sell, when in reality it's far from the truth. So eBay, let's discuss the seller fees. We're gonna go over seller fees, how fast to get your money, and how good the customer support is. That's kind of, and buyers, like how many buyers there are. Okay, so seller fees are a total of 13%. Now you guys might say, oh well, it's only 10%. Well, eBay acquired PayPal, and eBay takes 10%, and eBay forces you to use PayPal. That takes 3%, which allows them to make 13% per transaction on eBay. So there is a high percent commission that they have to charge you per sale, which is 13%. So that kind of sucks. It's not the lowest commit or kind of like seller fee out there. It's actually fairly high compared to other ones. And another thing that sucks is when you're a new seller, you can't get your funds right away. You actually have to wait. I believe it's like a week or something after the first purchase that someone gets their actual product that you sell them or something like that. So that kind of sucks. Customer support is pretty great though. That's one of the cool things about eBay. You pay higher seller fees, but you actually get a great customer support from the eBay team. They actually help you out quite a bit, so that's a nice thing. And then, as you guys know, everyone uses eBay, so eBay does have a ton of potential buyers, so it's easy to sell kind of whatever. My dad had a Porsche, and like a 1960 Porsche, and I sold the Porsche owner's manual for like $600 or something on eBay, and it sold within a day. And he found it in the garage and was like, oh hey son, I remember I had this Porsche, do you want this? I don't really want it, or whatever, how much can you get for it? And so I sold it online and then threw like 300 bucks on his desk and didn't tell him what it was for. Obviously I split it because he gave it to me, so I just threw it on his desk and was like, bam, there's 300 bucks piece. And he was confused, but then I told him what happened. So eBay's cool, I really enjoy it. One of the cool things about eBay is, since they do so many transactions, the shipping labels are so cheap. Like, I ship off phones for a few dollars. Oh god, my eyes are very dry. I'm gonna take my contacts out and put glasses in, so we're gonna snap back right now. Alright, I'm back. My glasses are trying to settle down from tinting because they were sitting on my windowsill, so they're going to be a little tinted for a second. But no worries, let's get started with this, or let's keep going with this video. So, as I was saying, seller fees are high on eBay, but they have great customer service, and there's a ton of buyers on eBay. So I overall think eBay's pretty cool. One of the downsides is if you start selling, I think I did like $10,000 in 1 month. On eBay, and then right when I hit that cap, or the threshold of 5 figures, eBay actually contacted me and was like, hey, where are you getting your phones? And I was like, oh well, I'm buying them locally from people who want to just sell their phone quick for cash, and then I'm reselling them. And I was selling a few finance phones here and there, and they actually made it apparent that I couldn't sell phones on eBay anymore because I didn't have proof of sale and an invoice for all the phones and stuff like that, so I had to hop off eBay. So no longer sell on eBay. That's one of the downsides. You can't really sell that many brand new finance phones, or else they will kick you off, and I know from experience. So that's eBay, pros and cons. Pros, customer service is there, potential buyers are there. Cons, they won't let you sell an insane amount of finance phones unless you source online in bulk with like invoices and stuff, and you actually and seller fees are high. So that's kind of pros and cons for eBay. Mercari, I sell on Mercari currently, and I also sell in other places, so we're gonna get on Mercari right now. So to start off, Mercari seller fees are 10%, still decently high, but not obviously as high as eBay's 13%. Mercari is cool. I mean, they allow me to sell new, used, cracked phones and finance phones all day long. You can't really sell locked phones. Those are prohibited. Your account will get banned. I got one of my accounts banned, so now on this phone, I cannot sell... I can't sell locked phones on this phone. If I try and go on Mercari and even create an account, it won't let me on this phone. So I had to actually, I now have two phones, one for the plug, one for the load. No, I'm just kidding. This is kind of my business phone. This is what I do all my work on, where I have my people texting me for wanted ads and stuff. But I have my Mercari running on this phone because they, I think they banned every phone that's ever logged into that account that they banned. So the phones can't actually even use Mercari anymore. So I had to get a new phone that just is for Mercari. That, yeah, it's kind of complicated, but that's a downside. They don't let me sell locked phones. There is a ton of potential buyers on Mercari as well, so that's not really a problem. I sell phones fairly quickly. Turnover date or time could be anywhere from like 1 day to 5 days. It's normally not longer than that unless it's like a super high priced item. I've sold items, I think the highest price I've sold is like $1,000 on Mercari. So, you know, it kind of varies. I think the lower priced items sell decently quicker, but they all overall sell pretty solidly. And then customer service is pretty solid. I emailed Mercari yesterday to ask them about a potential prohibited item I could sell, and they replied probably within 2 hours, which is pretty good for email support, saying I couldn't sell it. So that was completely fine though. I just wanted to make sure and verify, because if I could sell it, I would make a lot of money on it, but I can't, which is fine. I'll just stick to eBay for that. I'm just banned on eBay for selling in the cell phone category, nothing else. I can sell anything else but cell phones, so that sucks. But Mercari's, what else is there? Shipping labels. Their shipping labels are higher priced. They are $2 higher than eBay's. From what I know, it's around $2 more expensive per shipping label. I am a douche when it comes to selling, though. I make the buyers pay for shipping labels because I don't like paying that extra $2. So obviously my items don't sell as quickly because they don't have free shipping. But I'm fine with that. I like waiting it out and making more money over time. Obviously there's opportunity cost, but I have enough capital to kind of buy whatever phone I want whenever I want. So that's not really an issue. Maybe in the beginning for you guys starting out though, it may be. So that's going through Mercari. I think it's a pretty good platform. Seller fees are only 10%. As I said, you cannot sell iCloud locked phones though. That's the only downside. But overall, I think it's a great platform. You save 3% per transaction, but you do lose that $2 per shipping label on average. I think it's around $2. They charge like $4.50 for a 0 to 1 pound package, and eBay charges, I believe it's like $2.75. So that's way cheaper than Mercari, but you know, pros and cons of all of them. So that's we've gone through eBay and Mercari. We're gonna go through selling locally, like on apps like Craigslist, Let Go, OfferUp, stuff like that. Oh, the cool thing with eBay and Mercari, you just ship the phone. You don't have to meet people to potentially negotiate and stuff like that. They just send you an offer on messages, and you can kind of buy it. You can sell your device anywhere you're at and then just ship it off whenever you have time throughout the day. So that's also a pro that I haven't even thought of for those platforms. Now, for selling on platforms like Craigslist, OfferUp, and Let Go, I'm just going to combine them all. Local sales apps, I think, sure, we'll call it that. The pros, obviously you could avoid all seller fees. You don't have to pay seller fees at all. 10% is irrelevant. You pay 0 fees. You have to spend money on gas to meet people though, which sucks. You normally can get a good price for your phone, like sell it for a nice price. And a nice profit normally. Like for me, I'm trying to sell my S9 that I just bought locally because I want to get the most out of my money. When I sell higher priced items, I typically try to sell them in town. And the general reason is because I don't want to pay seller fees. If I sell a $600 phone, I have to pay $60 in seller fees. But if I can get it for, if I can sell it for $600 in town, $60, I could invest that and turn that into like $300 over the course of a month. So that opportunity goes from $60 to $300. So is it like, you know, is it really worth it in the grand scheme of things to ship it off and act like I am super efficient or something, or go meet someone and spend like 5 or 10 more minutes, probably like 30 more minutes of my day? So it's kind of like debatable. I enjoy selling sometimes in town locally when, again, the items are higher priced. Downsides, cons of selling locally: it takes more time because you have to go meet people. Yeah, if they flake, then you waste more time. You have to potentially risk getting endangered, so, and like getting your stuff stolen from you, so that's always a factor. My little brother was saying he met someone, or his friend met someone to sell Jordans or whatever, and the guy actually like just, I think it was like socked him in the face and stole his shoes that he was planning on selling to the guy. So he completely stole his stuff and kind of jumped the kid that was trying to sell him shoes, which was my younger brother's friend, who they're only freshmen in high school. So that's kind of scary to hear, just because I remember I was in like 7th and 8th grade buying and reselling things. I got like Ray-Bans for $20 from my friend who found them in Yosemite, and then I traded them for an Xbox, and then I remember I bought iPhone 4S. I was buying and reselling iPhones young, like believe me when I say young, like 8th grade. That was actually my first flip. I bought a phone for $50. It was a 4S, like 64 gigabyte, and I sold it for $300, and I was like, that is baller. I made $250 right there. But it's like I met people in person, and I was so young, and I would have them come to my house. Like, it was terrifying now that I look back at it. I could have very easily gotten hurt, maybe even freaking murdered, if the people had a high motive to like steal my stuff or whatever, which kind of is crazy now that I think about it, but it's whatever. Obviously I didn't. I'm thankful that I'm still here and didn't get hurt, but that's always a possibility. Like, you always can get hurt when you meet people in person, so that's kind of why it sucks to meet people in person. Not to say that everyone's gonna do that to you, it's just a potential risk. So obviously those are gonna be the pros and cons of all those platforms, like, you know, Mercari, or like OfferUp, Letgo, and Craigslist. Pros, you don't have to pay seller fees, and you can normally get a good price for your phone. Cons are going to be you have to spend more time driving and meeting people, and you risk getting into like potential sketchy situations, so that kind of sucks. And then for me, I also sell phones. I sell all of my iCloud locked phones through direct PayPal money. I just have people send me money, and then I send them the phone, and that I really enjoy because I don't have to, I pay PayPal's 3% fee, but that's it, which is not too bad. I don't really mind that at all. And then I also have to ship the phone off, which costs a few dollars. I'm not too worried about that. But overall, it's nice because I don't have to pay seller fees, and I know, like, every time I buy a phone, I know exactly how much I'm getting for it before I'm actually buying it. It's kind of, in a sense, drop shipping, but not really. Like, I'm buying a phone, and I'm not buying it until I already have sold it, technically. So, like, the people that I sell the phones to, I tell them before I buy the phone, I'm like, hey, I'm getting this phone. How much can you pay me? And then they're like, I'll pay you this much. They send me the money, I go buy the phone, and then I send them the phone. So I just make the spread. So if I buy the phone for $100 and sell it for $300, I just profited $200, and I don't have to pay any fees. So that's pretty awesome. If you guys are interested in maybe like buying or selling me your iCloud locked phones for direct PayPal money, or kind of any phones, I buy iCloud locked 7s, 8s, and Xs. Mostly 8s and Xs. Only 7s if it's like a super good deal. So don't reach out if you're gonna try and like overcharge me, because obviously I'm buying to profit. So if you guys want to set up a little mutual relationship with me and message me whatever phones you guys have, if you guys want to hook me up, I will more than happily PayPal you some money if you want to ship a phone off. Understand, I can just charge back if you guys try to screw me over, and I'll keep the phone if you guys like try to screw me over and say it's like an X and it's an 8 or 7 or something. So just don't do that. Well, I'll ship you back the phone probably, but don't do that. Don't try to screw me over. I know how it goes. I can just call my bank and have them do a chargeback very easily, so it's not too complicated. But hope you guys enjoyed. This is kind of going over where you should actually sell your phones at. I truly think for selling iCloud locked phones, eBay is the easiest because they allow it. It's not prohibited at all, and eBay does not, well, it kind of is, like stolen goods, but they don't actually like monitor if it's a phone is actually stolen. Like, eBay doesn't really care that much because they're making 13% per transaction. Why are people still snapping me? Jesus Christ. But I personally enjoy Mercari the most because it's only 10% seller fees, and the app looks so much better than eBay's in my honest opinion. So it's a cool app to do things. The only downside for selling stuff is like you can't do multiple quantity listings. You can only do one-off listings. Like, you can't set a listing up that has 50 quantity, or else like it's just impossible, so that sucks. But yeah, I like selling on Mercari the most, and it's kind of only because, well, no, I enjoy it, but I also can't sell anywhere else but Mercari or locally. I obviously still sell locally, but eBay just takes so much for fees, which obviously they can because they have good customer support. But yeah, that's kind of my conclusion for this video. So with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button and subscribe and comment. And if you want to sell me your iPhone or iCloud locked iPhone X or 8 or 7, maybe 7. DM me on Instagram or Snapchat. Links will be in the description for that, or like my little Instagram and Snapchat handles. Things you should do before, reach out to me and send me the IMEI and pictures of the phones so that I know what condition they're in and stuff like that, and then I'll send you my offer. If you want to take it, I'll PayPal you some money and you can ship me off the phone via first class, because I want it within a few days. Don't be sending me like the cheapest mail that takes like 15 days. That would not be acceptable at all, and you wouldn't build a good relationship with me. But hope you guys all enjoyed again. And again, if you guys want to hop into my course, you guys can, as always. Links in the description, not forcing you guys to, but it's just an easy way to jumpstart your iPhone reselling career. I have many students that are crushing it. Here are some screenshots right there of sellers that are doing substantially well, 1,000+ profit every single month. And I'm gonna be coming out with some videos where I'm kind of discussing with some of my students what they enjoy about the course and how much it's helped them and how much they're profiting and stuff like that, because iPhone reselling is a simple way to easily make $100+ every single day. I'm doing it as I speak. I'm meeting someone today to buy an iPhone X finance for $270, and I'll be able to sell it for $500. So that's a clear example of how simple it is. So with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Again, smash the like button if you did, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, one more thing, comment below where you guys sell your phones, because I'm kind of curious. Some people have crazy ways to sell their phones, so I'm always interested in that. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.